y'all, this is part 2 relative to my video about the unawareness about witches and witchcraft. For those who are inclined to further indulge in discovering the true meaning of witchcraft practices and so forth, you may be interested in searching on Google for the assorted types of witches that exist. There are nature witches, and those witches deal with issues such as using crystals which come from the earth, so they can't possibly be demonic like some Christians believe, because I believe that when I was a Christian that crystals were evil. However, I have since come to understand that they came from the earth and they were here before we were. They're older than we are, and they're older than religions, including Christianity. Nature witches spend time out in the great outdoors, under the open sky. They love to collect rain. They enjoy indulging in the strengths and powers and awarenesses about the elements. Elements, by the way, which sustain all of us, including those who are against witchcraft. Why are many people against witchcraft? Because they don't really understand it. They are going based on assumptions, misunderstandings, false teachings, and what they have long been taught by their family members and elders in their families, and church folks and pastors and preachers and the like. And quite frankly, the truth of the matter is that pastors are involved in forms of witchcraft. They use spells on people by the sermons that they preach, and the major emphasis that they have on the tithing and offering practices. So just be aware that religious people cast spells too, and that includes those who are in the pastoral ministries. It's just a matter of how you interpret spell casting and witchcraft. So yes, pastors do engage in spells, because a lot of people in churches are under the spells of the pastors as sheep's in the congregations of these so-called shepherds. So just be aware that there are spells going on aplenty in the churches. So anyhow, there are witches who get involved in using herbs, and herbs come from the earth as well. Spices and flowers and plants, a lot of witches are into those things, all of which come from the earth regions. So those who discredit and dismiss witchcraft, what you're doing is dismissing and discrediting what is in nature. The flowers, the plants, the herbs, and the crystals. Most crystals, again, come from the earth. Some come from, I guess, the sky chambers. I'm not really that aware of those types of ways that crystals appear, but again, Google, as people have told me, is your best friend. I don't say best friend, but Google is definitely one of our quote-unquote friends. So many people refuse to come out of the cage mentalities, being prisoners of their perceptions, rather than going a simple route to educate themselves further, rather than continuing to rely on baseless, unfounded, unsubstantiated pieces of information. So those who are truly inclined to be made more aware of what is indeed reality, indeed truth, it would be in your best interest, a wise exercise, to put away the delusions and collect more truths, and a lot of it is free for the administration of it, deliverance of it. So just come away from being quote-unquote comfortable in the zones of unawareness. Thank y'all for listening. Bye now.